Hi everybody, Mrs. Opper here. We're getting ready for the big important day that it is today. It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. So it's a great opportunity, I know it's kind of silly, for your teacher to do some Star Wars directed drawings. So as you can tell, I'm dividing my paper up into 4 sections. Done this before. I do it by folding. It just kind of gives me a better eyeball as to where to put things. All right, you're welcome to use an entire piece of paper for each drawing. I'm going to do a quarter. So this paper is divided into 4, and I'm going to use 1/4 each time to make a different Star Wars character. Remember, anytime you're working, you can stop the video if I'm going too fast. That pause button's your best friend and will help you to stay caught up. All right, so I'm going to start over in this quadrant. I'm going to use this 1/4 of the paper to make one of the characters in Star Wars. And my characters are based on the very first Star Wars movie that was made in 1977 when I was a wee kid. Believe it or not, watching Star Wars for the first time in the 70s. So there is the beginning of one of the characters. It is a sideways C. And then I'm going to do this. You can kind of start to tell what that is. I'm not sure what. That's an upside down V maybe. And we're going to finish those off into 2 kind of like pointy ovals. From there, I'm going to add, and I'm using a felt pen or a marker. My Sharpie, I left the lid off, so I would have normally used a Sharpie. You're welcome to use a pencil. I'm using a marker because it shows up better on the video, but you can draw with a pencil, no problem. So we've got some hair up top, 2 ears. Now this first Star Wars movie was made in 1977, and in those days, the boys had longer hair. So this is our hero, believe it or not, Luke Skywalker. Luke, I am your father. And he's wearing his robe, and he's smiling at us. And here we'll make a lightsaber. Now you're welcome to color this. That is my first drawing, Luke Skywalker. And I have colored versions of these that I'll show you later. Okay, so remember there are drawings and they are cartoons, so they're not exactly like the character, but you can tell that that looks a lot like Luke Skywalker. Oop, I forgot the Luke Walker. Forgot the sky part. All right, Luke. Now we're going to draw a droid that Luke found early on in his life when he was living with his own aunt and uncle. Does this look familiar yet? So I'm going to be adding some details up here. 2 more lines there. Actually 3 more. From here, I'm going to draw a big circle. And then I'm going to draw 2 little circles. So those are kind of like the highlights. And I'm going to color in the rest. I'm going to leave a little skim there of white just to give a bit of dimension. Does it look like anybody yet? Down here, I'm going to do an upside down C and a little loop to attach it. I'm going to do the exact same shape over here and the exact same shape, well, as close as I can over there. And remember, nothing's perfect. My drawing's going to look like my drawing, your drawing's going to look like your drawing, and that's what makes it special. So I'm going to keep going. I think you probably know who this is. Does it look like someone? R2-D2. Yeah. Yeah, he's a funny guy. I always really liked R2D2. So we're going to add a few more details to R2D2. Do 2 little lines up here. This won't be as exact as the R2D2. I am drawing kind of my impression of him. Put a circle there and another circle there. And I'm going to fill it in, but I'm going to leave a little white mark. That's like shows the reflection of light. From there, I'm going to draw 2 lines straight down. And then I'm going to draw some lines. Now my R2D2 that I'm drawing right now is actually quite a lot longer and taller than the one that I first drew. Mine was he was wider. So it just goes to show every time you do something, you do it a little bit differently. And then I'm going to add a detail over here. And I'm going to add a detail over here. Another one. Ooh, one thing I forgot was there was a line down there. And we're going to show the attachment of his feet. And there's R2D2. R2D2. Looking pretty cool. Now R2D2 would get colored in certain spots, so I'll color him for you so you can see. His highlight color is blue, and it really starts to turn him into R2D2. He's a bit of a character in the show, isn't he? If you haven't watched Star Wars, maybe now's the time. And a bit of blue down here. There's our R2D2. And you can do a bit of gray too. I added some gray in here when I did him originally, and I did that bottom one gray. And again, if you see R2D2, oh, I missed one thing, a little square around. This is like his eye. That's how he communicates with us, right? Forget what I was saying. But there's your R2D2. Ready? Okay. I'm going to move on down to this quadrant. I'm going to do another human. So let's see if you can figure out who it is. And I'm going to draw a circle, which was much bigger than I wanted it, but that's all right. And does it look like anyone yet? Yes, it's Princess Leia. But I did her very wide. And remember, this is part of drawing. You can do it once, and then if you don't like it, you draw it again and kind of make it fit. Oh, that one. I'm sorry, Princess Leia. You're not quite how I wanted you to be, but that's all right. And again, I would color her hair. She had these huge buns on the side of her head. It was quite the hairdo. And we hadn't seen anything like it until this movie came out in 1977. That's how old the first Star Wars is. So yeah, not my best. But what can I say? Princess Leia. All right, last one. This guy's going to be a popular one. So we're going to start with some little doodads. And then I'm going to complete this. So I'm going to draw a circle that attaches. Can you tell who it is? From there, I'm going to draw 2 circles. And I'm going to going to do 2 little circles within. Oh, that didn't quite work, so I'll just do 1. Can you tell who this is going to be? Yeah, it's Chewbacca. Better when he's colored. From here, so I'm going to make his body about the same size as his head. And we're going to have 2 lines that go down. And then we're going to have an arm, some hair. Is it making sense? Now he carries a satchel. Everybody knows Chewie has a satchel. It's very important to him and it's always on him. And it is attached over his shoulder. So I'm going to draw the belt that goes over his shoulder. And then I'm going to add just some more hair. Then basically you just have to color him. That's Chewbacca. Princess Leia. So Chewie. So some fun drawings for May the 4th be with you. Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, Princess Leia, and Chewbacca. And here's the picture of the ones I did to practice. So you can tell that some are better on here and some are better on here. I think my Princess Leia was better here than here, but I like my Luke Skywalker better. So there you go. Happy May the 4th, and may the 4th be with you. See you later, alligators.